Squid Game has become the first non-English TV series to win top honours at the Emmys.
지금 이 자리에 계신 여러분들은 모두 감당할 수 없는 빚을 지고 삶의 벼랑 끝에 서 계신 분들입니다.
Lee Jung-jae became the first Asian to win Best Actor in a drama series, while Hwang Dong-hyuk, the show's creator, became the first Asian to win Best Director award. Squid Game is a South Korean thriller where players risk their lives in a series of deadly games for the chance to win a fortune. Well, Richard Cooper is Research Director at Ampere Analysis and joins us now. Welcome, Richard. So, Squid Game then picked up these 2 Emmy Awards yesterday, the first Asian star to win one, plus the first director of a drama series. Good news for them and also for Netflix.
Absolutely. Great news for the individuals involved. For Netflix, really a sort of further admission on the part of the traditional industry that Netflix has really become a producer of high-quality original content.
Has streaming opened up what would be considered foreign films and series to new audiences?
It absolutely has. So I think, if we start to look at the kind of catalogues which are available through streaming services like Netflix, in the UK, for example, around 44% of the content which is available on that service is actually non-English language, so effectively foreign language content. The fact that a lot of consumers don't necessarily see that in the interface that they interact with it is simply part of the recommendation engine. But yes, that content is now available, and services like Netflix, streaming services, have expanded the volume of foreign language and foreign content which is available to ordinary consumers like ourselves.
So Squid Game perhaps a standout, but we've seen shows from streaming platforms overall outshining those on traditional television in this awards ceremony. Why do you think that is?
One of the real sort of big differences that we see is that, particularly for scripted content, which is what we're talking about here, the streaming services with their much, much larger subscriber bases are able to effectively outspend their local competitors. So again, a UK example, the BBC, world-renowned for high-quality content, the number of households who are paying a license fee here in the UK is around 47 million. Netflix has got over 200 million subscribers, so they're able to spend a huge amount of money on the content that they're showing. So we see things like The Ring of Power from Amazon costing $465 million for one season. So the volume of money which is being spent on some of these shows is really phenomenal.
So that's money spent on producing their own shows?
That's absolutely correct. So, one of the real drivers for the streaming market, increasingly for broadcasters who see themselves as their local competitors, has been to create a huge volume of original, exclusive content for their platforms and for their services in order to drive subscriber numbers.
And perhaps in the past, putting subtitles on a television show or a film might have put people off, but that's really part and parcel of the streaming experience these days, particularly for younger viewers, isn't it?
It's not just younger viewers. I think we've got to bear in mind that these streaming services are now being used by everybody. They're fairly ubiquitous. We've only got to look, again, at Netflix, the market leader in the USA. They've got around 60 million households. It's a huge proportion. About half of all US households have access to their service. So it's not just younger viewers, but yes, you're absolutely right. Sort of bringing foreign language content has made it more available, and people are more accustomed, particularly when they're following a particular content zeitgeist, like Squid Games. They're much more accustomed to seeing, particularly in the West, subtitled programming. But preferences for subtitling is quite varied. So, ironically, in all of the rest of Europe, we see a preference for dubbing. South Korea actually have a preference for subtitles for their foreign language content.
Okay, Richard Cooper from Ampere Analysis. Good to talk to you. Thanks for joining us today.
Pleasure.